I'm the GoldenOtter, and this is everything you need to know about loaded dice in 5 minutes. So, what is a loaded dice? A loaded dice is this little box you get, where if you put it on a unit, your shop will be filled with units with the same trait as the one you put it on. So, how do you get a loaded dice then? Currently, there are 3 ways where you can get a loaded dice. It's through either orbs, the treasure dragon, or augments. Anyhow, let's get into how we manipulate those odds. So, first of all, a loaded dice rolls different percentages of unit rarities. So let's say a 1 cost, 2, 3, 4, you get the drill. So if you only have 1 5 cost and then you roll it, it will be that unit. But if there's 2 of a 5 cost unit with the same trait, then it will first roll the 5 cost percentage and then it will roll between those 2 units. Let's take Lee Sin here for example. Let's say we use the loaded dice on Lee Sin. Now there's a first roll on the 3 cost. So we roll it here, but the problem is we can both roll, for example, a Woolly Bear or a Lee Sin. This is different. For example, let's take if we roll the Dragonmancer and it rolls the 5 cost instead, then it will be the Yasuo, because there's no other Dragonmancer in the 5 cost area than him. So keep that in mind as well. So how can we use this to our advantage? Well, a kind of basic thing is, of course, if we want a Yasuo, the highest percentage chance of me getting it is me being level 9 here, you see. It's 16% at 9 or 4 at level 8. Because the percentages are increased with the 5 cost at level 9, obviously. The same goes, for example, if you wanna do a karma reroll right here. If you're level 9, there's gonna be low odds. But let's say you're at level 5 or level 3. There will be a really big chance of you hitting the karma then. And then there's units where the loaded dice is really good on. Let's take Olaf here for example. You usually roll for him at level 6 or 7, playing the Olaf reroll comp. So we see here, Wukong actually has a 30 or 35% chance of hitting a Olaf. You should also be scared of units where they have more than 2 traits. Let's take here dragons for example. So Sohm, he's both a Lagoon, he's a mage, and he's a dragon. So if you roll it on Sohm here, you see you have a really low percentage. But if you want a Sohm, it's actually gonna pay off for you to maybe roll a Lux instead, since she's a mage. So then it only rolls the mage and the astrals instead of just these 3 traits. And let's take here for example, if you wanna play astral reroll. I'm gonna give you some time to guess what unit is best to roll the dice on. So let's start off with Skarner here. There's actually a pretty low chance for you to get astrals with Skarner if you roll it on him, since you're gonna get all the bruisers. But if you instead roll it on Nidalee, she's only a shapeshifter and an astral of course. So here there's a fewer units, so there's fewer examples to roll it off. So of course you can get the legendary Shyvana, or you can get a 4 cost Jace. But otherwise there's only astrals and a Gnar. So if you wanna reroll astrals, then you put it on Nidalee. Compared to Lux or Skarner, where if you roll it on her, you can get all of these mages like Lilia and Talia, which mess up the chance of you hitting that astral units. Another tip I would take note of is, let's say you're rerolling a Graves, is that you first roll it down and you save the dice for last. Because let's say you roll down and you don't even hit the Graves, and then you roll the dice, it's completely useless since you don't have the other copies. But if you roll down first, you won't have to waste the dice since you already know that you didn't hit, so then you can save it for something else. So that's everything you need to know about loaded dice in under 5 minutes. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, it helps me out. And if you learned anything, You know what to do. Subscribe. Have a great one, everybody. Ciao.